3. Ignition and liftoff of Ares 1X.
I wish that you all knew how much I love drum too. There's nothing you can do. You talk shit, I will sue. Red, white, red, white, red, white, and blue. Red, white, red, white, red, white, and fuck you too. I love fuck you too. I wish that you all knew how much I love drum too. There's nothing you can do. You talk shit, I will see. Red, white, red, white, red, white, and blue. Red, white, red, white, red, white, and fuck you too.
Welcome to Undergroundopolis, everybody. Well, usually I start with a few local announcements, but I don't think I'm going to tonight because basically because I didn't write any down. Oh, well, tonight we're going to be talking about Moronic Records' first compilation album, where it's available, what it's about, everything like that. And my guest is Swam from the Karens from... Damn, I'll have them tell you, because I'm not sure if it's East Tennessee or if it's Pennsylvania. We're just going to go ahead and get started. Bring him right on.
Well, hi. So I'm in the Karens. That's just kind of like my brainchild. But I also have a band called Crocodile, which is my black metal thing.
Wow.
And then my label is called Moronic Records.
Which I love. I love that name.
Thanks. There was like dumb records or something, or stupid or something. That's already taken. But I'm not just stupid or dumb, I'm moronic. So anyway, as far as like where I'm from, the Karens until very recently have been in Knoxville, Tennessee. And yeah, I just recently moved up to Pennsylvania, so the label and those two bands. I also have a project called the Fix Me's that I really want to get going, but like anything that like has a recording on is the Karens. I have some demos with Crocodile, and then the compilation album with Moronic Records.
Let's do some. Put the ticker up because I know we've agreed to have Q&A questions, so here we go. I will see he won't be able to see your comments, but I will. So we'll start with the easy questions. If there were somebody that you saw on stage or even on TV or whatever, and you said, you know what, I want to do that, who would that influence be? And the answer can be more than one.
I went and saw Black Flag with Line Cutters during their tour, and that was pretty much the game changer, honestly. So I mean, I might be considered a poser or something for getting into punk kind of later in life. I liked punk and stuff, but I wasn't like an enthusiast until I saw Black Flag and Line Cutters live. Which, by the way, Line Cutters way better live than Black Flag were. But yeah, I saw like I was standing pretty much like as far away from how I am to the PC right now to Greg Ginn, and it was just I wanted to fucking do that, so I played guitar already, but I was like, well, now I'm gonna learn, I guess, all of the Nervous Breakdown EP.
Okay, man, I've not seen Black Flag. I'd love to see Black Flag.
They were okay. They're a bit past their prime. Even whenever they had Ron Reyes and their like newer reunion lineup, they were a bit past their prime there too. But now they have Mike Vallely. He's just he's okay, but he's not the other 4 vocalists. So certainly not Ron, certainly not Dez, certainly not Keith or Henry.
Yeah, I kind of thought Black Flag with Henry Rollins. So
Well,
I like
yeah,
Henry Rollins. I like him, but it's like
I love SOA, and I love Black Flag, but I think Damaged is their best album with Rollins, and then My War has one song on it that I like. Slip It In has Slip It In and Black Coffee, and that's the only shit I like from that album. Then Loose Nut, I don't like that album at all. I really love Live in '84. Um, and that's about it as far as Henry Rollins. I like the first 4 years way more than like any of the Rollins era of Black Flag, and then I love SOA and Circle Jerks and stuff. Circle Jerks are way better than Black Flag in my opinion.
well, how did you come up with the idea of the Karens?
Well, it was pretty much like right after I saw Black Flag live. I was like, well, one, I want to do it, and two, I saw a lot of messaging and a lot of hardcore punk bands as like, it was like self-parody. Like a lot of hardcore punk bands are like, yeah, we're gonna change the world with our message, but do they ever? Is the big question that the answer is always no. So since they were going to be self-parody, I was just going to make a comedy punk band. Like take the I don't know, like the fast-paced music and stuff of hardcore punk, but then just add a silly message, which also, Dead Kidneys have done and Circle Jerks have done, so I'm not like the first. It's not like a completely unique thing to be like humorous with punk. And Descendants did it too. But yeah, the general concept, like just Karen scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream, I guess.
That was probably before everybody started using the term Karen for a fussy
No.
woman. It wasn't.
No. It's no. It was pretty much at the same time. Like the Karen memes just started getting like really big, and I was like, well, there was a band in Knoxville called the Joes. There's also a band called the Jasons. So I was like, well, why not make the Karens?
That's a great name too. That's a genius.
Thanks.
Do you have a particular creative process you use, or you just let a song tap you on the shoulder and write it right then?
Well, most of the time it has to be done like all at once. I can't like write lyrics and then write the guitar or anything. I have to like write the guitar and the lyrics at the exact same time. And then as far as like recording and like getting the band members involved and stuff, I would just play the songs and then they jam along, and then that's how the songs came. So there was no like, kind of recently there was like these songs need to be longer thing, but like I don't agree with that. So ultimately, I'm not doing that with the upcoming record. But I think I've written my best stuff in psych words. A song called "Fix the Ice Cream Machine" I was in some manic episode in a psych ward, and I wrote that.
So I didn't mean to lie. That's probably the most unique answer I've gotten out of that question too. There, by the way, that was very good. Well, what's your favorite show you've ever played?
Well, we've only done 4, with Karens in general, unless you want to like. I mean, we did some like jamming with in James' basement, with a band called Blood Butcher and another band called Ransacked and another band. It was just kind of like 4 bands had practiced there. And those are some of my fondest memories with Karen so far. But as far as like a paid gig, um, it would have to be the show uh, in Charleston, West Virginia, with Boldly Go and Doc Rotten. Also, I saw in your intro there was the flyer for the Hideaway show. That show I dropped the Karens from. Just in case anyone was like curious about future shows with Karens, there are none for right now. Doc Rotten were really, really, really good, and Boldly Go, their drummer is insane. He's like really, really, really talented. And then Doc Rotten were, I mean, they're just kind of like a bigger touring band. So the fact that we were on that show as our first show, and we got to play with like this bigger touring band, and James at the time, like whenever we booked that show, he was like, "Whoa, we're playing a show with Doc Rotten. I have like 4 of their CDs," which like Doc Rotten aren't like a big band or anything, but James already had like a lot of their CDs and stuff and was a fan, so that was a lot of fun. That's probably the best one.
Well, here's the counter question: what's your least favorite show?
Well, out of the 4, so our next show was the show with Ghoulgasm and Idol Zero, and it was a fantastic experience and everything, but it was a house show, so they didn't really have like their PA system like set up really. It was like a non-venue show, so I don't think that I shouldn't judge that as harshly, but it was still fun. All of the shows I have great memories from. But that was probably where the Karens performed our weakest.
I love that question. That's up there in the top 3 probably. That question there. Do you prefer the studio or the stage?
Well, we've been in the studio I think 3 times. Various attempts. The only professional one was with Sizemore. Um that experience was fantastic, honestly. The stage has a lot of initial anxiety, and then once you break through that, then it's like a cocaine rush to me. So I would have to say the stage.
What's your favorite song to play live?
We have a song called "Piss in the Sink," which will be on the upcoming record. It's probably like, um, I don't know, the most chaotic song. It's definitely has the silliest messaging, but I think I don't know, Red Wine Boo Hoo Hoo, like I don't like. But
Really?
people like you
I think
asked
it's
me to,
great.
you put it in you put it in the intro, and someone made a skate edit. My friend Dustin, um he made a skate edit with it. So like whenever I make a song that I don't think is good, it turns out like people really fuck with it. So um hmm,
Totally
I would
understand.
yeah, but Red Wine Boo Hoo Hoo is my least favorite song to perform.
Yeah, I think it's a great song. I get what you're saying though. I do. Like off my first EP, "Lazy for You" is the one I thought was the throwaway. That's the one I got the most comment. I get the most comments about. Oh,
Right.
I like that "Lazy for You" song. I was like, you do?
Well, a lot of people misinterpret my lyrics. It's like a satirical punk band. Like I'm being ironic. I don't love Trump. I don't love Our Boys in Blue. I don't. I'm not a Republican. Um, so whenever I say sorry, liberal, I only care about the facts and don't vaccinate me in general, people think that I'm being like serious whenever I sing that song. So it's kind of like I have to give like a message before all of that because they're like they Republicans like my songs because they're like what they actually think, and anyone on the left could like my songs if they like pick up that I'm making fun of Republicans.
Well, if you could open a show for anybody, who would that be?
open a show for anybody,
Anybody.
well, probably like MDC or Circle Jerks or something, but like those are big bands. Um, as far as like who like any of my friends I would really like to do a show with, first and foremost, anyone that's on the like comp album with Moronic Records is like people that I would love to do shows with. There's a band on there um from the UK called Under King, and I thought their song was like the best one on
Yeah,
that
that is a
entire thing.
great
Yeah,
song. It
that was
is.
that was really good. And they're in the UK, so if I opened for them in the UK, that would be like the most beneficial to the Karens out of like anyone that like I've bumped heads with.
So you haven't met them in person?
No, but
No.
as far as people like I've met in person and stuff, I'd love to do another show with Ghoulgasm and Idol Zero again. Would love to do a show. I'll I just want to do shows, honestly.
Got everything together, then the world went to hell.
No, the world went to hell, and then I got everything together.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, no, the Karens were formed. There was a show with it was the last year's Halloween show, and at the Brickyard Bar and Grill in Knoxville. It was Sympathy for Puppets, Atomic Moon, and Crooked Joe. And I went to that show and was impressed by James. So after that, like I think like maybe half a month later, him and Seth Crawford from Ransacked, who's now on Blood Butcher, um, we made our first demo, and then we sent that to Coffin Curse, and we made a split single and then the EP. So it was all like after like during COVID that I started Karen's.
Huh. Well, hold on. Lost my place.
Someone said 865 in the house. I personally don't claim 865. I claim 910, which
Oh,
is Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where I'm originally from.
if you could work with any producer, who would that be?
Uh,
This is a tough one. We're getting into some of the tougher questions.
I don't know. I'd probably like if like I think we're just going to like a studio for the next Karen's thing. Um, it's some like random West Virginia studio that we're going to for that. So um I don't have like a producer wish list or anything. I kind of think they're all like overpaid.
Really?
Yeah, most of them.
Rolling Stones, if there's ever any underappreciated and underpaid engineers and
No, I
producers.
mean, and Black Flag's producer Spot was really good. There are really good producers, but I think like a lot of good stuff can be made on like $100 an hour budget at a
Yeah.
studio or something. Really, I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we'll get into a oh, 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 oh. Have you ever bought a CD, cassette, record, whatever, with your own money, listened to it, and immediately threw it away?
no, I don't throw away music. But I pretty much whenever I buy physical copies of shit, it's from local bands that I'm trying to support, and they're from people that I've seen live or maybe have met, so I want to support their art and stuff. That's why I buy physical copies. I don't buy physical copies from like Rage Against the Machine or like Metallica or anything. Every time I see like my Rage Against the Machine CD, I get kind of like pissed off because I'm like, oh, well, this doesn't fucking fit with my underground shit at all. It's major label trash.
It's okay, like if it's good.
Oh, but there are there are things that I've bought that are trash for sure. Um, I can't really name anything specifically because they're so forgettable. But whenever I go back to Knoxville and get my record collection and stuff, like there's some real trash in there too, because it's all local bands, so you're allowed to be trash, and I appreciate trash. But yeah, a lot of my collection is just dog shit.
Oh,
But I wouldn't ever throw it away. Like, I appreciate it. I paid good money for that.
so what brought on the idea of Moronic Records, and then of course the first
Oh,
comp of. We'll get to that in a minute.
well, I've been on 2 labels now, and I think I consider both those labels to be kind of fucky wucky. So I just was like, well, I don't really want to deal with some other cunt's label. I want to be the cunt with a label. You know what I mean? So, but no, so Moronic Records is inspired by Discord Records, and I read a lot of interviews that Ian's done about how, like, I don't know, he kind of like he doesn't treat Discord as like a business, because like if he loses money on records and stuff, he's like not really that concerned about it. He did initially anyway. He did all of like the jackets and stuff by hand. It was super DIY, and
Mm-hmm.
he only does bands within the Washington D.C. scene. So I thought that was cool. However, Moronic Records doesn't just do like Pennsylvania, which would be cool. I'd love to do a Pennsylvania like hardcore only release, but um, yeah, mostly my inspirations are like Discord and some of SST. SST has like probably some of the best records of all time, like Husker Du and um, fucking Black Flag and Sonic Youth and Bad Brains. Um, but I just wanted to like put out. I have to have a label for me, so and then if I have money to put out other people's music, then I just will. It's all about the art. Um, any proceeds just go to like making more of the vinyl, but as far as like sales and stuff, I give literally zero fucks about how much I make from it. It's just there is no money to be made in the underground space anymore, whether that's any real kind of metal, and certainly punk. There's just no money to be made, and a lot of people I've talked to who have been like my like I don't know, like my scene older brothers or something, they're like, yeah, I won't play a show unless I get a guarantee of $200, and I won't sell my records for under $15. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying $20 to get into a show, and I'm not paying 15 for a 7-inch. You're fucking crazy if you think I am. And it's just like, I'm also on disability, so I don't need to do any of that. So my just like entire ethos is just different.
And we already talked about the Under King song. What like my that is probably my favorite song. One that's definitely right up there. That and God, the Who Me Bald Punks. I love that.
Yeah, Bald Punks
I have
was
played
really
the
cool.
hell out of that song a lot. And the Stranger Things. I like it. I like that song a lot. The whole record's good, man. It's really good, except for my song.
Yeah, except for my song too.
No, your song's good. That's a good song, man. don't don't cut yourself short. That's a great song. Where can we find the record? Let's go ahead and
Oh,
plug that in.
it's just on moronicrecords.bandcamp.com. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a Spotify thing. I just really, really hate Spotify.
Do
I
you?
think they're really anti-artist, really anti-consumer, and they're just like, there's absolutely no money to be made from Spotify. I think within all of my streams and stuff, I've made like maybe 20 cents from Spotify. And but with Bandcamp and stuff, like of course, they do take a chunk out of like your sales and stuff, but like it's a really, really good way to get sales and stuff. So I don't know if I can keep Moronic Records just on Bandcamp, then I will be doing that. But it's on moronicrecords.bandcamp.com.
Do about uploading it to YouTube or anything, or
I might rip it and put it on YouTube, but
yeah,
that's a big maybe.
yeah, because some of those songs are probably copyrighted too. At least I'm sure some of them are. I know one is.
Well, the Karen stuff is, and so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's like 34 minutes of me ripping audio and stuff. So I don't know if I would really want to do that. I'm just like making records. I don't really give a fuck about like YouTube, and I hate Google, and I hate fucking Spotify. So
What about Amazon?
oh, I hate them too.
Yeah. Deezer. You like Deezer?
I don't fucking know what it is. So
I don't know. Like with the CD Baby and stuff, like we've uploaded your music to Deezer, and I'm like, what the hell is Deezer?
yeah, I normally go through DistroKid, so it
So it's
just gives me
probably
a
on
big
Deezer.
it probably just it gives me just this big list, and I don't really pay attention to it. I see YouTube and Spotify on there, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's all people really seem to be listening to. I guess there's iTunes and Amazon Music and stuff, but I don't really give a fuck.
Amazon Music app sucks. God, I did their free trial. Yeah, I got 4 months for free, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and use this 4 free months. But man, I hate this music app. Got anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
Well, so
Plug in everything you'd like.
well, we're recording with Karen's in maybe February or March. The compilation album looks like it's going to be ordered, like all the vinyl and like all that stuff. It looks like it's going to be ordered um around maybe January maybe. So next month. So like maybe mid of next month. I do all of it just by myself, and so I'll make too much money, and but and then Crocodile, I think we're recording mid 2022 maybe. Same with Fix Me's, so those records will be out within the next 50 years for sure.
Within the next 50 years.
Yeah, within the next 50 years. I'm shooting for that for sure.
That's my sister there, Aaron. So I just want to hear music before I buy it. YouTube helps with that. I've never been on Spotify or Bandcamp though, but
Well, Bandcamp has you can stream however many times until like I make the Karen stuff just like free to stream on Bandcamp, free to download and stuff, but then I normally don't even charge for my vinyl. I normally just give it out to friends and stuff, but
that's awful expensive to do that.
It is, but I mean, most of the time whenever I do that, then people are like, "Oh, well, let me give you a donation for your gas tank and stuff." So, I mean, it's as long as I'm able to like do touring and make the records and stuff, I don't really give a fuck about like a return or anything.
All right. So the interview's technically over, but I'm gonna get you to do a joke of the week segment for me.
Well, okay. So, why did all the ladies love Christ?
Hold on. Here's your format, and I'm gonna put you on the big screen. You'll say this is Swam from the Karens, and here's your joke of the week. Let's see. How do I do that? Oh, oops. Sorry about that. Well, come on now. We try this.
Hi, this is Swam from the Karens, and I would say my favorite 9/11 joke, but my favorite two always fall flat.
All right, man. Thank you. You've been a great interview. Thank you so much. Hope you had a good time.
Right,
And
thanks, man. Anytime.
all right. Everybody check out Moronic Records Volume 1. It's on Bandcamp. I posted the link up. I'll also post the link in the comments and everywhere I socialize, social media wise. I'll post the link up. It's already up, but I'll spam the hell out of you with it. And check out the Karens. Check out all the artists on the album. And I'm Under King. If you're watching, I want you to get on the show. We'll have to work around that huge time difference, probably 6 hours. But all right, man. This is your host, Rob Lyon, and we are signing off. Thank you, everybody, for watching.